I just kind of want to like go back a little bit and talk about what I'm hearing, some of what you're saying, because what is the ideal scenario for, kind of like any parenting and kind of growing up is that we have parents who have the ability to just kind of let us exist, create a very safe and secure structure and place for us to try and develop, to give us enough time and attention in very appropriate ways so that that can happen, knowing that it's never going to be done perfectly, and to be able to help us learn how to cope and regulate things as they go on. So not only did you not have that because of the absence of all of these boundaries about doors open in private areas and, your father, crossing a lot of boundaries, things like that, that you didn't have that structure and safety in place. And on top of it too, there was also abuse that was happening too.
And I think that becomes like, you feel like the abuse is your fault,
right?
You're trying to get it. And on top of that, the part where how you were talking, Alec, about like I know you guys knew what you were talking about, but I found it also salient to what we're talking about right now. You have to be able, you have to have the resources. I mean, I'm privileged in that I'm a white girl and I live in America. And those are huge privileges. We did not have money. My dad, we existed on my mom's paycheck. And then my dad was like a big gambler. I don't know what he did, but it was never there. So you have a woman who either doesn't have the ability to, or is too scared to do the work. So you're bathing in the waters of a mother. That other thing is that like, yes, it's important for parents to do that. But I think sometimes now we live in worlds where sometimes parents don't get inside and take care of their own little kids.
Yeah.
So they don't know how to take care of that little kid. And that little kid they're as aggressive with that little kid out there as they are with their own little kid.
And it's very, and of course, in terms of our like long-term process on this and our long-term healing is to be able to understand, perhaps maybe what had instigated, the kind of perpetration of some of the abuse that we've experienced, in no way to justify it, right? But in a way to be able to start just kind of understanding and assessing things. Because what that also does for us then is to be able to have the same compassion for ourselves, or even more compassion for ourselves, to understand that we did not have the tools to be safe at a baseline and also to learn how to regulate our own emotions. And so what winds up happening is we fucking flip flop all over the place, just trying to grasp at anything to kind of like, oh, well, how am I supposed to then kind of feel okay? Oh, well, I can pacify, right? I can take care of other people or put their needs ahead of my own. And maybe that will kind of calm things and settle the waters for a little bit and keep people off my, off myself.
You can be with people that are more dysregulated than you. Yes. So you seem like you're the star, which is something I did a lot.